Jacques Keeslar. I go by Jake, and I'm from Fallbrook, California. I joined the Army in 1990 and served for 20 years. I went to Iraq in 2005 and got blown up in 2006 and was active duty after my injury. I stayed on active duty for 5 years and continued my 20-year career and then retired. I was on a mission over in Iraq, and we had 30 days before we came home, and it was kind of the last mission. Everything was going fine and moving out to a safe house that we were going to raid, and I hit an IED, which was a deep bury pressure plate activated IED. No, I remember a little bit about the explosion. I remember the bang. I remember getting lowered over the side of the truck and in and out of consciousness. I remember telling my commander, laying on the side of the truck, that this was not going to medically retire me, which things that you think of, you know, at that moment is kind of strange. But don't remember anything for the next 4 days. And then I woke up in Walter Reed. My wife was there, my mom was there, and realized that I was shorter than I used to be. I was pretty much told the docs, what's next? Let's get the legs and let's get up and go. So I spent, I guess, 15 months at Walter Reed. Through my recovery process, I did a lot of different things. I did New York Marathon and Palm Beach Marathon on the hand crank bikes, and the therapy that I received at Walter Reed was top notch. I had no problems with it at all, and that was just right when the hospital was going through its old scrutiny that happened. But it worked out well for me, and I was able to do some really good things there and made some good contacts. And when it came up to determining whether I was going to stay in or I was going to get out, I learned about the COAD program, which was a continuing on active duty regardless of if you were found fit or unfit. So in order to be in the COAD, continuing on active duty, you had to be found unfit for military service, and then they give you an exception to policy. And so I stayed in for another 5 years. I ended up working with General Tucker, who was the first commander of the Warrior Transition Command, and then after him, General Cheek. So I was able to work for Wounded Warrior Army side of the house and help the wounded guys that were coming home get the right treatment, get the right programs and everything that they needed. So I did that for 2 years up in DC, worked in the Pentagon and at Crystal City. And then the last 2 years I moved out to San Diego, Balboa, and I was a platoon sergeant out there for one of the Warrior Transition units out there. I started golfing about a year after I got blown up, and I was going out with my prosthetist, and I developed a pretty good relationship. His family and my family became friends, and we used to go out, you know, once a week or so and go out and play golf. And you know, I shot hundreds and in the high 90s, and I played a little bit before I joined the military, or before I was injured. It was like once or twice a year. Now I'm playing 2 or 3 times a week. Wow, golf has done a lot for me for recovery. I mean, it's a great tool for rehab. There's a lot of things you get out of it. For balance is one of the huge things. I mean, being on sticks like this and having to get that balance and have a full swing and be able to keep that balance is really hard. But it helped me out a lot. The varying terrain on a golf course teaches you how to walk and, you know, how to do different things. Getting in and out of traps is always fun, but it was a really good deal. I had a really good time. When I came back out to California, I got involved with an organization called Operation Game On, and Tony Perez is the father of Pat Perez. He's running that organization out there in San Diego. Basically, he's going in and grabbing guys that are in the hospital still doing therapies and stuff in rehab. Takes them out on the practice range and does, I think it's gone to like a 12-week course now. When I did it, it was 8 weeks. So they do 6 weeks of instruction, and they go out to TaylorMade, and TaylorMade sets them up with all brand new clubs, fit them and all that. And then they go another 6 weeks and learn how to hit their clubs. I learned about it last year, and I was really upset because I didn't get an application in last year. And then my ADIB-2 rep sent me an email 2 days before the cutoff date. So I hurried up and got it all written up, and I had my wife help me, and we got it all squared away and sent it in, and got accepted. So I'm really excited.